Are you gonna vlog for me today, since I have nothing to say to these people? You got anything to say, Margot? Sit. Sit. That's not... Wow. Intelligence at its best. Alright, it's Wednesday, and here we are, Wednesday. I don't really have anything to talk about today. I mean, I guess I could ramble on about nonsense and whatever and whatnot, but I don't. I know. I will talk about a book that I just finished, actually. Here it is. As all of you who watch this should know by now, I just graduated with my bachelor's in English, creative writing, not teaching, that'd be awful. So I like to read a lot now. I hated reading before. Reading was a burden. I hated it in school. I think I read 2 books my entire high school career. I actually read them. And that was East of Eden and The Things I Carried. I think I've mentioned that before. But I really like reading now, and I'm not really into science fiction at all because a lot of science fiction is really badly written. Go away, Margot. And so anyway, but I have a friend who keeps suggesting me these science fiction novels, and this is the one that I just finished. Ender's Shadow, Orson Scott Card. He's actually a really fantastic author. I think what makes his books the best, or not the best, makes them really good, is that they're stories with a science fiction background as opposed to being a science fiction story. If that makes any sense, because I feel like a lot of times when you get fantasy or science fiction, it's more focused on the fantasy or the science fiction. It's not actually focused on the story. Like, for instance, the Aragon trilogy or whatever, the Inheritance trilogy, whatever it's called. That is really more focused less on the story and more about the magic and the fantasy in the world, which is great and all, but if you don't have a story behind it, there's really no purpose to it whatsoever. That's why one of the books that I started a long time ago was all based on the world and had the story was just really, really poorly developed. But what's great about Ender's Game, which I read first a year or so ago, which is actually really good. I think it's my favorite book of his so far. And then I just finished reading Ender's Shadow today, is that it's a really great story, and it's just set in a science fiction setting, which makes it really interesting. And I really think that's really important to all types of writing, because I feel like, you know, whether it's Harlequin romance, which is, but with any type of genre, you can really get lost in, I don't want to say the telling of the story, but you can really lose what the story is about by focusing on all of the details, making sure that the reader is established in the... Wait, hold on. I think she's trying to get a fly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what she's doing. Anyway, and you really focus on those minor details and, you know, really minute descriptions, which are good occasionally, but when you really, that's all you focus on, and you kind of abandon story and plot and all of that kind of stuff, you really, it just becomes, you know, terrible. And I know that I am also of the school of thought that nobody cares about what you are talking about. Like, no one cares about you. No one cares about your story. They care about the way you tell your story. But I think that still applies even with this instance. So anyway, I would suggest Orson Scott Card to anyone. Start with Ender's Game for sure and read that. It's a really great book. Really fun. It's really quick paced. It doesn't lag. And it's just, yeah, it was really good. I liked it. And I like the second one too, or the parallel series, I guess you should call it. It's really good. Margo! It's really, really good. So you guys should check it out if you like to read. I'm not going to put a link in the doobly. Yeah, I'll try to find... I'll link in the doobly-doo to something I will find about Orson Scott Card. And that's all for Wednesday until I figure out what I want to do with Wednesdays. Questions for Thursday tomorrow, please. Comments below. I need questions because I don't have any questions again for Thursday, so leave them below. And as always, peace out.